Hi, Marco Church. I'm Jean Rolls, and I'm one of the worship leaders at the church as well as the creative arts director. Just wanted to share with you a little bit this morning about something that's been on my heart the last few days, probably for a week or so. But I've been seeing on Facebook these memes that talk about don't think of it as staying home, think of it as staying safe, and how everybody is looking for perspective shift. How can we put this in a better light? And I think for us as Christians, we can fall into the trap of looking for perspective from the world when really our perspective needs to come from God. And it needs to come from knowing who He is and what He's been to us and what He'll continue to be for us. So I've been reading this great book called The Rest of God by Mark Buchanan. And I just want to read a little bit to you and then talk a little bit about the rest of God. So J.R.R. Tolkien gives one of the most entrancing descriptions of the true nature of Sabbath. In Book 1 of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, he describes a time of rest and healing in the House of Elrond in Rivendell. The hobbits, along with Strider, their guide, have made a dangerous, almost fatal journey to this place, and they will soon have to make an even more dangerous, almost certainly fatal journey away from this place. But in the meantime, this is Tolkien's words, for a while the hobbits continued to talk and think of the past journey and of the perils that lay ahead. But such was the virtue of the land of Rivendell that soon all fear and anxiety was lifted from their minds. The future good or ill was not forgotten, but ceased to have power over the present. Health and hope grew strong in them, and they were content with each day as it came, taking pleasure in every meal and in every word and song. I was just thinking as it talks about such was the mind of the virtue of land of Rivendell. That's the virtue of our God, is that when anxiety and fear creep in, that if we can look to Him, that such is the virtue of our Father, that things begin to shift within our hearts. David in the Psalms says in Psalm 23, He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. And so I think what I needed for myself was to hear again that my perspective on what's happening right now can be, I just want to get through this and get to the other side and back to normal. But instead, can I look at it through God's eyes and say, He's giving me a chance to lie down in green pastures so that I can rest. He leads me beside still waters right now. And so I can reflect on who He is and what His nature is in this time, and then see Him in action because I'm at rest. And then what happens that's so beautiful is that He restores, He replenishes my soul, that He gives me things during this time. If I just sit still and wait before Him, He gives me the perspective that I need to be able to walk through this time with joy and hope and peace, because I know that my perspective is not of one who sees the world through my own eyes, but I know that I can take the time to see the world through His eyes. So I want to encourage you today to take some time to rest, to take some time to reflect, and to allow God to replenish your soul this week as you look to Him for His perspective.